Voices of Light was created using the Roadside Theater's Story Circle of methodology. The oral tradition is one of the most powerful and effective transmitters of culture in the history of humankind. A story circle is a group of people sitting in a circle telling a remembrance led by a facilitator. Each story circle is different according to its purpose and according to the individuals who share the story. This story came from cancer survivors in Morganton, a small town nestled at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains in western North Carolina. We hope that our stories will bring light, comfort, hope, and joy to all with whom we share. For the human experience is to be shared, especially the cancer experience. For in sharing, we magnify and multiply the intensity and the importance of the experience. Hopefully, by doing so, we can educate others regarding the emotions related to the experience. The words written here attempt to bring you into our circle. But alas, as Socrates so wisely said, the living word has a soul, of which the written word is properly no more than an image.
There was a time when meadow, grove, and stream, the earth and every common sight to me did seem apparelled in celestial light, the glory and the freshness of a dream. It is not now as it hath been of yore. Turn wheresoever I may, by night or day, the things which I have seen, I now can see no more.
I remember vividly the day that I went for my mammogram. You see, I'm not a very good patient. I need very special doctors because I try to tell them what to do all the time. I guess that's the teacher, daughter of a nurse, oldest sister, and school principal in me. I was an elementary school principal at the time I was diagnosed, and some of my teachers actually called me the mammogram queen because I was almost always asking them, have you had your mammogram? Have you had your mammogram? Because see, for years, Grace Hospital offered discounted mammograms to teachers, and I went through the school like a little Energizer bunny saying, have you had your mammogram? Have you had your mammogram? Anyway, I need to go back to my story. I called my doctor's office assistant and said it was time to schedule my mammogram and my physical, and I told her I'd be in for my blood work the week before and to please set a time for all of it and to get back to me. See, I really am not a good patient, and I tell everybody what to do. Well, I guess that's the control freak kind of person that I am, as well as being that daughter of a nurse and all those things I said earlier. Anyway, I had my mammogram like clockwork all of my life. Went every year within 4 or 5 days of each other. I followed all the regular guidelines. I did breast checks. I breastfed my child. I did all of it. I went in as scheduled for the mammogram, and when it was developed, the mammogram tech person had asked me to come back into the room. And she had placed my films on the light box, and when I saw them, I just knew. I got this funny feeling, and I just knew. I wasn't frightened. I was just really sick on my stomach. I was just nauseous. And once the nausea passed, I became angry. And I was mad. I was mad as a wet hen. I don't know why I was so angry, but I was. And the tech told me I was going to have to wait to speak to the radiologist. Well, being the wonderful patient person that I am, waiting was not one of my best things, and I whomped out my cell phone when I was sitting there in the room and called my general practitioner and told the office assistant that the films didn't look good. And I wanted my doctor to get in touch with the best surgeon that she knew, because I didn't care what the radiologist told me. I wanted those places biopsied, and I wanted it done as soon as I could. And to get me on his schedule ASAP. Well, after I'd finished my phone call, I probably had to wait another 5 minutes, and the radiologist came in and said that I needed to have a biopsy, and I said, yes, sir, I'll have that done next week. And he looked at me and he said, you really believe that you can get that done next week? And he was just this little soft-spoken man, and I said, yes, sir, I will have that done by next week. I think I may have frightened him some because I knew I was ready to blow, and he could probably feel it too because he got real quiet. Well, bless the heart of my sweet, sweet physician, because she got that biopsy scheduled within the week. That all happened on a Monday, and I had the biopsy the next Monday during an ice storm. I often laugh now and say I guess God sent that weather to help cool me down, because I was still mad a week later. I received the call from the surgeon 2 days later. It was a Wednesday morning, February 14th, Valentine's Day, telling me that both of the tumors in my breast were malignant. And he told me he was calling to tell me so that I could get myself together before my appointment with him at 5 o'clock that afternoon. I guess he'd heard the story from the radiologist and wanted me cooled off by the time he come. I thought I would never feel the same in my life about Valentine's Day again. But then I thought, wait, let's make this a special day for the rest of my life.
The rainbow comes and goes, and lovely is the rose. The moon doth with delight look round her when heaven's a bare. Waters on a starry night are beautiful and fair. The sunshine is a glorious birth, but yet I know wherever I go that there hath been passed away a glory from the earth.
Well, I was 59 years old, and I'd never really been sick before. My hemoglobin was really low, about 6.8. He told me I was losing my blood somewhere. They put me in the hospital on Thursday to run some tests. I really didn't know what to expect. I never knew there could be so many tests. The doctor came in to see me on Sunday evening about 9 p.m. He pulled up a chair and he said, "Well, we have all the test results. You have double blockage in your ascending colon, and it's carcinoma cancer." Then he said, "Cancer's not really your problem. It's the fact that it's eaten through the intestine and you have a serious infection. I'm going to start you on a double bag of antibiotics tonight and put you down for surgery first thing Wednesday morning, if I can get your hemoglobin up to 10. They'll come in the morning and start giving you blood." I was lying there in the bed the next day. I believe it was after lunch. This nurse came rolling this big machine in, huffing like a big heifer. I wasn't sure what it was for. I figured it must be something to warm up the blood before they put it in you. You know, they keep it frozen or cold. Turns out I was right, but anyhow, they hooked on one end of the port to the IV. There was a harness they was hooking up and with a bunch of tubes and stuff. The heifer was hooking them up, and the one that was supposed to know said, "I don't believe it goes there, it goes here." I was laying there thinking, they're going to turn this thing on in a minute, and if it ain't hooked up right, it's going to suck out what little bit of blood I got left. Oh me. My wife was sitting there watching this too, and she said to the heifer, "You want me to go and get the nurse?" Well, I was thinking, that was good, because I was going to have a hard time getting out of this bed to go get her myself. Anyway, I'd been sweating how much blood I had left, because for 3 days, everyone that came in through the door had been sucking it out of me as fast as they could, and when your blood is low to begin with, it kind of makes you worry a little bit, know what I mean? Anyhow, the nurse came in and hooked it up right. They plugged it up and it began working like it should. And before you know it, here came another one with this big needle getting ready to take some more out. And I said to her, "Y'all been taking it out as fast as you're putting it in." She looked at me real serious and said, "We giveth and we taketh away." There was a lot of humor in something that could have been really bad. We need to find it.